hard, you know, to feel your essence and to really feel what your creative work is all about when it's written by ChatGPT. So come along in this video where I take on yet another challenge where I'm not going to be editing, I'm not going to be cutting out all those raw moments, and instead we're going to talk about vulnerability in the most vulnerable way. Blessings! Welcome, my name is Sandler. Oh, and Odin is here as well. And I'm a creative, an artist, a wild woman, an herbalist. And welcome to day 16. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Oh, Odin's troublemaking on the corner here. And I might look a little bit different today. And that is because I'm showing up super vulnerable, super raw, super greasy. I oiled my hair last night. And then like it's Saturday morning, so I needed to go to the bakery and get all the treats and the beautiful sourdough loaf, and didn't shower yet. And I was like, you know what? It's time to make this video. This video where we're gonna talk about what it means. Oh, Odin's about to flip a glass of water over here. What it means to be an artist in this digital era and actually show up in a way that is raw, honest, authentic, and how this is actually the gold. I keep saying gold in all these videos recently, but like this is the true medicine that we need in these times, and that people are actually yearning for this, that we are wanting less AI slop and tiny 2-second videos, and we're wanting to actually feel your heart. So let's talk about this. I'm going to try to edit this as little as possible, which is actually a struggle, like doing this 19-day challenge. If you don't know, I guess I didn't explain this yet, but oh my God, Odin's trying to touch the camera. If you don't know, I've been doing a 19-day challenge of showing up to video making for 19 days. Let me put the candle down. And yeah, yesterday was actually the first day that I did not post a video in 15 days. And I just needed a break, okay? I'm not perfect. This is also in this video is to share, like, as artists, we need to embrace our imperfections, our realness, our humanness, because this is also what we're all craving, right? We're craving the permission to be real. Okay, Odin. Okay, he's just licking from the glass. So let me think where I was. Y'all don't even know like how much I cut out, because I am such a rambler. Like I can ramble about things I'm passionate about for hours and hours, and I cut out so much of it. So yeah, thanks for joining me in this conversation. Yeah, I wanted to just show up. I don't think I have a single video with my hair in a bun or like a hat on. Like usually I love to wear dresses and be feminine and flowy and have my curly hair, you know, vibing, but I just felt like, you know what, this is me today. This is real. And yeah, I think the big message I want to share in this video is that part of your gift to humanity and like your gift as an artist, as a creative, as someone who is here to make an impact in this world is your vulnerability, and like what is so raw and real and maybe almost ugly and like hard for you to look at, or you cringe at the sight of. And it's like these parts of ourselves that we want to hide away, and maybe we've had a lot of shame around, or we feel like no one wants to see this. Like, what actually, people do want to see it. We really want to see it because we are so used to the filters and the Facetune and just like these little tiny, like just seeing these little tiny snippets of people's lives and people pretending like they're perfect, and it's no one's fault because that is just kind of the society we've lived in, especially in the last 10 years. And if you're also an astrology lover like me, I want you to know that how connected this is to the Neptune transits, because Neptune can be seen as the planet that rules social media. And Neptune was just in Pisces since I think 2011 or 2012 or something. Like, it's been in there for like 14 years. And that's when we saw this huge shift in social media and when Instagram really gained popularity. And just a few weeks ago, at the time I'm recording this in 2026, Neptune has moved into Aries. So I feel like we're really entering, and I'm getting chills as I say this new era of authenticity, of rawness, of just showing up online in a more honest way. Whereas like Neptune and Pisces was more about the illusion and the fantasy and the curation, and you know, we loved it until like it got old. And I know for me it feels old, and then it feels like we're going into this era where, you know, is it a human that's creating this and sharing this, or is it AI? Is it a robot? Is it even like a real profile, or is it like, you know, one of those celebrity doubles? And so we're just craving to actually feel connection with a real human and to actually receive art that is real, that has their essence, because that's the thing. And I want to hear in the comments if you feel this too. Like, the minute someone posts something that is written by ChatGPT or whatever they're using, I can feel it. I can see it. You know, it has this like cold, robotic energy to it, obviously, but like you can just tell it's not them. Like, their essence isn't in the words or in the post or whatever it might be in the email. And I think we want to pretend like AI can just do everything for us, but AI will never replace art and the real feeling of sensing like someone's soul and actually connecting with them, right? And so I think as we move into this era as well over the next 15 years of AI continuing to evolve and grow and integrate into our everyday lives, I think the other extreme is still going to be yearned for and needed, and that is the raw human expression, right? Like the raw art. And that is often where our medicine is really can be fully felt, because those shadowy parts of ourselves, the parts we try to hide, are actually like what makes us so unique and so like a whole human. And we want more of that. I know I want more of that. I felt this gravitation for myself towards, like, I love watching videos on here of people who barely edit their videos, and you see the little fumbles and the in-between moments, and there's something that's kind of like comforting to the soul, but also to the human when you just see that they're real, right? Like, we just want more realness. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I should stop myself here, because usually I ramble on and it's like 40 minutes of video that I cut down to like 15 minutes. Let me feel into what I want to share next. I guess this video, for any artists, creatives watching this, is an invitation for you to really ask yourself, like, what vulnerable, you know, deep, raw, or even like shadowy parts of myself are wanting to be expressed? Like, what parts of me have I been hiding that are ready to be seen? And like, how can I incorporate that more into my art, or really give it like the spotlight in my next project or my next piece of creative work? Because I think that's all it is. It's just actually giving yourself the permission, the space, the opportunity to express those parts of yourselves. And hopefully, I mean, with this video, I'll see like what it does to me to be seen in my oily hair and you know, unedited self. But I think part of how we can heal that aspect of us, how we can actually really step more too into our full expression as an artist, is to simply just be seen in it. So yeah, I feel like that's it. Again, there feels like there's something that still wants to be expressed. I'm just feeling how we will always have this ache in our hearts for real connection. and to see the human in the other person, to see like the soul as well in someone else, because that, like, you know, connection is the core of what it means to be human, what it means to be on earth. Humanity, like, it's like we're all connected into this mycelial web of the earth, and that is part of what the expression of the internet is, but it has definitely become distorted, and we've lived through an era of a lot of you know, fakeness and filters and everything like that. And so it's part of really the reclamation of our connection as humans, like our power as humans as a whole, to show up in a way that feels deeply authentic and raw and real. And so just recognizing that and allowing, you know, that knowing that, like, ooh, I'm doing like the deep work here of reclaiming humanity's power and letting that, you know, feeling that knowing kind of come to head to those feelings of shame and like wanting to hide and feeling like, you know, you're too gross or cringy to be seen. Like letting that kind of allow you to step into the light regardless of those shadowy feelings. Yeah. So yeah, I'm showing up again. I think you know, last night I was trying to go to sleep early because basically I've been in this cycle. I am naturally a night owl, but of sleeping really late to post these videos, like 2 a.m. and then waking up late, and it's just had me in this kind of not a good cycle for me. And so I was like, you know what, either I could push myself really hard, force myself to edit the video I filmed yesterday and stick to everyday posting, or I could take one day off. And you know, I did show up yesterday and filmed the video, but I just like did not have it in me, and I had this opportunity to really shift the cycle I was in that wasn't serving me, and so I didn't show up. And I think that's just also a lesson of like, we're not perfect, and we're not supposed to be. Like, as artists, we're meant to be imperfect because that is part of our medicine and part of our art as a living being, as just expressing and being a living being piece of art, right? Like, and a living breathing piece of art. And yeah, so I just want to invite you too to just be a living, breathing masterpiece in however you express yourself, even when you're being, especially when you're being imperfect and failing or making mistakes, because we need more of that. We need more of that. We don't need more perfectly curated sentences with the long dash and perfectly edited photos and, you know, all this. Like, that is passé now. Neptune's in Aries, so let's start embracing the realness. All right, if you made it to the end, I applaud you because your attention span is probably, oh shit. The wax is leaking. Oh my god. Okay, one sec. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I applaud you because your attention span is probably a lot stronger than like 80% of people on this planet right now, unfortunately. But yeah, like, we need to get used to not having everything perfectly edited and super fast paced and like it's always interesting and your attention is being grabbed. Like, we need to get comfortable with being bored or taking our time or slowing down. Like, I think that's also a really significant piece of us transitioning out of this time of just like needing everything to be perfect and fast and curated. So yeah, I'd love to hear in the comments, like, what is your relationship to vulnerability and rawness as an artist? Because I do think we need to have boundaries still, and you can watch my other video about social media and like your relationship to it. But yeah, I think there's an art to vulnerability and to rawness and authenticity, and it's changing in every moment. Like, just like our creative practice, just like how we show up every day, it changes every day, at least for me. I know I change every day. I'm a chameleon. Pisces, Gemini, mutable. I'm all of it. So, yeah, this is an invitation for, yeah, you to start revealing those hidden parts of you and just like be in your raw medicine. And I want to hear in the comments, like, how are you gonna do that? Let me know. Have a beautiful day full of like authentic connection. Yeah, authentic connection. I'm excited to connect with you in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow.